We're a medical device company. We make a device that monitors a patient's breathing. So these are people with COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. It reports that breathing information, analyzes the information, and figures out, is this patient okay, or they really need to be talking to their physician. Without the remote patient monitoring, the patients don't really know that their breathing is labored. They just know they feel horrible. And then when it gets so bad they can't take it, then they call an ambulance. The Spire mission is to not get to that point.
The purpose of the project, the whole idea behind the solution is very in line with Tooploox's mission of just creating things that are good for people.
It's a little device that has an adhesive backing. There's a little sensor in there that can feel when you breathe. It can also check your pulse rate. As the tag comes close enough, the phone says, oh, I'll pull all that information, sends it up to the internet, and then all the numbers get crunched. Other things they can do, made by Tooploox very, very recently. We've added more things that the patient can do. So we have this actions menu. They can set their goals, right now steps. They can do breathing practice.
You could say this is one of the flagship projects as far as that goes. We have a lot of ownership, and our input is valued and listened to, and the team really appreciates that as well.
It makes me very proud to be working on a treatment for something that affects my own family. My mother has COPD. I've written software that's used for tracking financial bond payments. It's like, okay, well, that's cool. But then when you find out, hey, this person is able to get out and walk around now. Work is work. But then when you think, that lady's alive today because we went to work this week. You know, that it means something. It's the mission that it's energizing for me. Not just saving the life, but making everybody's life a little better.
We have some success stories of patients that just avoided going to hospital because the system detected that their breathing's hoarse just the day before.
One of our first patients says, hey, I just want to let you know, my daughter graduated. We weren't supposed to clap, but when she walked across that stage, I stood up, I was screaming, I don't care. Because I was there, and I wasn't dead. I watched my daughter graduate from high school because you guys went to work. And everybody's like, I'm not crying, you're crying. Put it on the wall and walk by and kiss that thing every morning.
I'm really excited that I can work on a product that makes people's life tangentially better. And this is very motivating.
Tooploox and Spire have been in a partnership for quite a long time. One of the things that's been really important to me is how the developers on the mobile side, back-end side, on the web side, how invested they are with the mission of Spire. I've worked with contractors before, I've worked with contract houses before, but it's very different here. The developers on my team are true blue Tooploox employees. They're part of the Tooploox company. They want to know the vision, they want to know the roadmap. Where are we going? I shared one of those stories with them and they're like, you need to be telling more of these. It's exciting to me to see them light up, that they're buying into the vision of it's not just software, we're making people's lives better. The relationship evolved and they kind of pushed us to do that, which is really great. And it's something that I tell my boss about. You know, as I come in, the first question my boss asked me was, so what do you think about the contractors? And I was like, well, I can tell you, they're really good. I've been doing this forever, so it's not easy to get me to say something's working really, really right. To get contractor people saying, we want to be engaged, we want to be part of the team, it makes my job easy, which is great. We had a great example. We're hiring For a new position in the US, I'm not an expert in that area. I don't even know what do I ask. And one of the people on my team said, well, if you want Tooploox to interview the guy, we'll interview him. I wake up in the morning, I've got an email with questions and detailed answers with technical answers and alternate answers and why this is a bad answer and I was just like, I was just blown away. I mean, there's no long-term engagement there. I mean, Tooploox isn't going to be our recruiter, but we were in a bind and they stood up and filled the hole. So it's, wow.